At Alary Technologies, we actually specialize in technology for medical clinics in the Apple environment. That is what we specialize in. We're Apple authorized providers. We understand the technology and we understand how the clinic operates.
We started with initially the kids clinic about 20 years ago.
Kids Clinic approached us about 4 or 5 years ago. They had the clinic in Whitby and they wanted to move from their Whitby location to a brand new office setup in Ajax.
I cannot now imagine my life without technology in my hand. Well, I come into my practice in the morning, I look at my schedule, it's on computer. I can look into their medical records. Everything that we have done in the last visit or previous visits is all available to me in there. I can check if there are any messages about prescription renewals or important messages that I need to have that information prior to seeing a patient is all on a drop of a hat. It's in my hand, it is there.
We help them with the move to Ajax. We move their racks, their servers, set everything up. They wanted to streamline. They already had Mac workstations, so they were already familiar with the Apple ecosystem, but their Windows infrastructure was extremely heavy and archaic, I have to say.
When we started our initial setup and we decided that we're going to use everything technologically state-of-the-art to help facilitate our clinic, we went through 4 different companies.
The cost for support was huge, and they were looking at ways to make their service quicker, streamlined.
And unfortunately, despite our best efforts, we always had issues. We kept on throwing money after money after money. So I wanted to move to the Mac environment. It happened to be I had a patient who worked for University of Ontario Institute of Technology, and he recommended to me Alary Technology if I was in Macintosh world.
Our client chose Apple computers because of the best choice for medical settings. Apple computers are very secure when it comes to things like viruses, malware, and even ransomware, which is something that we do not want. They're very easy to maintain, whether we need to connect remotely or we just fix it without ever needing to connect to the computers. Also work very well with other Apple computers, Apple network equipment, and your third-party devices, your iPhone, your iPad, or your Apple Watch.
And I had dealings with Apple business, and I was asking them if they had someone in our neck of woods, and they also recommended that Alary Technology were the certified dealers and at that time resellers as well of Mac products. So that's how we got introduced to Alary Technology.
So as IT service providers, we understand that our clients want 2 things. They want security and they want simplicity. With simplicity in mind, we've taken Apple Business Manager and implemented into the way we've set things up by purchasing the client's computers and implementing a one-touch setup. That means that the customer will take the item out of the box, hook it up to the internet, turn it on, and everything will be ready to go for them. From there, we understand that security is a big issue with a lot of clients, so we've implemented 2-factor authentication and Azure Active Directory to help with that.
In terms of support cost, they have much more streamlined operation now. Everything in the Apple ecosystem, and it runs extremely smoothly.
So the Alary Technology is the prime example that since Alary Technology has taken over, we don't need to worry about 3 or 4 consultants. Everything has been combined together seamlessly, and we don't have to worry. So if there is a problem, we call Alary Technology, our technology partner, and we get the response. And if they don't have an answer, they go look for it and bring to us. We don't have to worry about it.
After that, we continued on supporting them on a monthly basis for all their tickets and antivirus and support needs that they have.
And that is something that I feel is very important in a technology partner, especially with a doctor. We're not IT people. We don't understand a lot about IT. So we need, someone, when we give them a problem, they come up with the solution. We don't get the runaround. They figure out, they talk to anyone they need to, and they come back and they say, here. And that's what I like. We never got that, like I said, even with Rico. And we got, once Alary has been involved, everything has been streamlined. We have moved completely to Mac. We have removed any IBM-based servers or everything away. We have reduced the cost. We actually are saving a lot more money. I'd say since Alary Technology has been involved, yearly our IT budgets have gone from around $200,000 to $250,000 to now no more than $30,000-$40,000. So that's a significant saving, and that's what a good technology partner will do.
I think the most important thing to look for is someone who understands your systems. I appreciate the direct support that we get from Alary Technology as opposed to other larger providers who you may not receive the same type of support.
We understand their electronic medical record systems. We understand the processes within the clinic. We know what the manager of the clinic needs. We know what the doctors, the physicians need, and that is how we're able to provide them with the best solution that fits their need, depending on their specialty, whether they specialize in plastic surgery or specialize in psychiatry, and it depends on what they do. But we take the time to understand, and if we don't, we go and sit and ask questions, and we go, where do you take notes? How do you send prescriptions? What is the best way to deal with the faxes? Do you need all faxes? Questions that we build on to our knowledge, and from there we can provide them with the best options for technology.